Sean Brewer's he's pleading on 2 and the MTR or what?
Excuse me?
No, I'm talking to the lawyer.
Yes,
Sean,
Your Honor.
he's pleading on both cases and the MTR?
I got different emails on that, Your Honor. I believe it was we were going to plea on just the 100, and then the MTR.
What I have is that we're gonna go on the MTR and then the 739-100.
Okay.
739-105 was a duplicate, and so a dismissal's been submitted.
Okay.
And then his PF cases are gonna get rejected, so I'll submit
Let
them.
me get rid of this. I
understanding,
got
Judge.
paperwork on 105, so I don't need that paperwork.
Right. And I think initially they sent that out, but
That's cool. Let's do 100 first, okay? Sean, you are ready, right?
yes, Your Honor.
And is that Mr. Brewer before the camera?
Yes, sir.
All right, good morning, sir. All right, this is 739-100, the state of Texas versus Christopher Brewer. Are you Christopher Brewer?
Yes, Your Honor.
As I said, good morning, sir. Could you raise your right hand for me? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Brewer. You can lower your hands. Mr. Brewer, is it okay with you that we proceed by video conference?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You are charged in this case with the offense of theft, 100 to 750. That is a Class B misdemeanor, Mr. Brewer, punishable by up to a $2,000 fine and up to 180 days in the Bexar County Jail. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Brewer, you have several legal rights, sir. You have the right to remain silent. You also have a right to a jury trial and to confront the witnesses against you in this case. Mr. Brewer, what that means, sir, is you could ask the state to bring their witnesses into open court to testify against you, where your lawyer can cross-examine those witnesses in front of a jury. Mr. Brewer, during that proceeding, your lawyer can call as many witnesses as they would like for you or on your behalf in front of that same jury. Mr. Brewer, do you understand, sir? You have those rights.
Yes, Your Honor.
You also understand, Mr. Brewer, that you do not have to give up those rights.
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. But if you want to give them up, sir, you can. And you do it by filling out this paperwork called the Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights and Court Admonitions. Mr. Brewer, did you go over this paperwork with your lawyer before you signed it?
Yes, sir, I did.
And do you understand what's in these documents?
Yes, Your Honor.
Great. Because these documents tell me, Mr. Brewer, that you understand what you're charged with, you understand the range of punishment, and then you further understand you have all little trial rights we just talked about, but you're telling me you want to give up those rights or waive them. You can enter into an agreement with the state of Texas on these cases. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
Great. And I will approve your waivers and have them filed with the papers in this cause. Mr. Brewer, evidently you have a plea bargain in this case. First thing you need to understand, I don't have to go along with your agreement. However, if I don't go along with your agreement for any reason, I will allow you to withdraw your plea and start all over again. So anything that you say in the next few minutes will not be held against you if that happens. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Brewer, do me a favor, sir. Just listen up. The state of Texas is going to tell us what the plea bargain is. Make sure it is what you agreed to. Go ahead, state.
Okay, on 2024 CC 739-100, $0 fine, court costs, 35 days in the Bexar County Jail with credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent, and we ask that this judgment be satisfied.
All right, there's nothing being TIC'd?
The PF cases are going to be rejected, so I'll submit those rejections. Do you want me to say those on the record?
No, but what about 739-105?
Yeah, 739-105 was a duplicate charge and a dismissal has already been submitted and it's pending Judge Arevalos' signature.
I'll say that that's taken into consideration, Sean,
Okay.
just to be careful.
Thank
And
you,
then,
Judge, just to make sure. Yes.
And
Okay.
then it's got to run concurrent, Mia, with the MTR, right?
Yes. The
Which is
MTR
708
027.
708-027, right?
Yes.
All right, Sean, is that the agreement on behalf of Mr. Brewer?
It is, Your Honor.
Mr. Brewer, is that what you agreed to, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Sean, does Mr. Brewer have a rational as well as factual understanding of the charges and proceedings against him?
He does, Your Honor.
Has he been able to assist you in the preparation of any possible defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
In your opinion, is he legally competent to waive his rights and enter into this plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Christopher Brewer, are you a citizen of the United States of America?
Yes, sir, I am.
Mr. Brewer, please tell me how you plead in 739-100 to the offense of theft 100 to 750, a Class B misdemeanor. Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, sir.
Mr. Brewer, you understand I can still find you guilty based upon that plea?
Yes, sir.
Anybody force you, threaten you, put you in fear, or promise you anything to make you plead?
Not at all.
You're doing so freely and voluntarily.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Brewer. I will accept that plea. I find you guilty of theft 100 to 750, a Class B misdemeanor. I assess punishment at 0 fine, the cost of court 35 days in the Bear County Jail. The cost of court and the time will run concurrent. I will give you credit for time served. This judgment is satisfied by the time you've already served. I will take into consideration and dismiss, or the judge will, or Judge Revel, 739-105. This case will run concurrent with whatever you get in 708-027. Mr. Brewer, this is a plea bargain. You do not have a right to appeal. Mr. Brewer, you got any questions about that case?
No, Your Honor.
All right, let's get to your MTR. You are the same. Let me get it. I think I have it here. I know I have it here. You are the same Christopher Brewer in 708-027, sir. That was placed on deferred adjudication for a period of 10 months on the 23rd of January, 2024 for failure to stop and give info less or greater than $200 in damage, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the state's filed a motion to adjudicate you guilty and revoke that community supervision. You are aware of that, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, they're going to read an allegation to you, Mr. Brewer. Listen up. Make sure you understand it because you're going to have to tell me if it's true or not true. Go ahead, Mia.
Condition number 4, in Bear County, Texas, the defendant, Christopher G. Brewer, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of June and July 2024 in violation of condition number
Condition number what? 4?
4.
Okay. Mr. Brewer, do you understand that allegation against you?
Yes, sir.
Is it true or not true?
That is true, sir.
Thank you, sir. State proceeding on any others?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
All right, state's waiving the other allegations against you, Mr. Brewer. Are you aware, Mr. Brewer, that based on that one plea of true that you just gave me, I could, if I thought it was appropriate, find you guilty in this case and revoke your community supervision?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody forced you, threatened you, put you in fear, or promised you anything to make you plead true?
No, sir.
You're doing so freely and voluntarily.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Brewer. I will accept your plea of true. Is there an agreement?
Yes, Judge.
All right,
At
tell me
this
about
time,
it.
is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay, at this time, we'd like to enter an adjudication of guilt, revoke his community supervision, and JSAT for a $0 fine, court costs, 61 days in the Bear County Jail with credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent, and we ask that this judgment be satisfied. This is also to run concurrent with 739-100.
Sean, is that the agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
Mr. Brewer, is that what you agreed to on this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Then I'm going to find it is true you violated condition number 4 of your deferred adjudication in this case. I grant the state's motion to adjudicate you guilty. I find you guilty of failure to stop and give info over $200. After having made that finding, I assess punishment at 0 fine, the cost of court 61 days in the Bear County Jail. Cost of court and the time will run concurrent. I will give you credit for time served, Mr. Brewer. Your judgment is satisfied in this case by the time you've already served. This case will run concurrent with whatever you got in 739-100. Mr. Brewer, this is an adjudication of guilt. Following a deferred adjudication, you do have limited rights to appeal, which your lawyer could further advise you about. Mr. Brewer, you got any questions?
No, Your Honor.
You take care of yourself. Stay well. Good luck, sir.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, sir. Thanks, Sean.
Thank you, Judge. Take care.
All right, brother.
Thanks, everybody.
I got Mr. Turner. Bench.
I'm sorry, Leonard, you're breaking up. What?
Mr. Turner.
Turner. Okay, David. Oh, gosh. He's got 2 cases as well. All right, he's pleading on 2 cases.
Yeah.
Yes, Judge.
Do this one first, then. All right, are you David Allen Turner?
Yes.
All right, good morning, sir. Can you raise your right hand? Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Turner. You can lower your hand, sir. Mr. Turner, is it okay with you that we proceed by video conference?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Turner, in this case, which is 738-915, you are charged with the offense of evading arrest or detention. I thought evading was a Class A, guys. Am I wrong?
I actually think it is. If I apologize. I think you might be right, Jeff.
Mia, help me out. It's an A, right?
Yeah, that's
Well, the resisting is an A, but the evading is a B.
Is evading a B? I thought it was an A.
Well, I
Thought they're both A's. Obstruction of highways would be.
The obstruction, I believe, is getting dismissed.
Right, but evading arrest and detention is a class A misdemeanor. It's checked B here.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it to load. Yes, evading's an A.
Yeah.
My
I,
bad,
this,
Judge, I apologize.
that's all right. We'll get the clerk or whoever to change that. Just make sure, Sunai, that you can change that to class A misdemeanor. Mr. Turner,
Okay.
evading arrest or detention is in fact a class A misdemeanor, punishable by up to a $4,000 fine and up to a year in the Bear County Jail. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Turner, you have several legal rights. You have the right to remain silent. You also have a right to a jury trial and to confront the witnesses against you in this case and in your other cases as well. What that means, Mr. Turner, is you could ask the state to bring their witnesses into open court to testify against you about these cases where they could be cross-examined by your lawyer. During those proceedings, your lawyer can call as many witnesses as he would like for you, Mr. Turner, or on your behalf in front of the same juries. Mr. Turner, you understand, sir, you have those rights in these cases?
Yes, sir.
You also understand, Mr. Turner, that you do not have to give up those rights.
Yes, sir.
All right, but if you want to give them up, sir, you can. And you do it by filling out this paperwork in each case called the defendant's waiver of constitutional rights and court admonitions. Mr. Turner, did you go over the paperwork in these cases with your lawyer before you signed it?
Yes, sir.
You understand what's in these documents?
Yes, sir.
Great. Because in both of your cases, Mr. Turner, the documents tell me that you understand what you're charged with, you understand the range of punishment, and then you further understand you have all of those trial rights that we just talked about, but you're telling me that you want to give up those rights or waive them in these cases, Mr. Turner, so that you can enter into plea bargains in both cases. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Turner. Then I will approve your waivers and have them filed with papers in this cause. Mr. Turner, evidently you do have plea bargains in these cases. The first thing you need to understand, sir, I don't have to go along with your agreements. However, sir, if I don't go along with your agreements, I will allow you to withdraw your pleas and start all over again. So anything you say in the next few minutes, sir, will not be held against you. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Turner, listen up. State's going to tell us what the plea bargain is in this case, which is the evading case. Make sure it is what you agreed to. Go ahead, State.
Okay, on 738915, the evading, $0 fine, court costs, 38 days in the Bear County Jail with credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent. And we ask that this judgment be satisfied. This will also run concurrent with 739042, which is the resisting.
Okay.
And the resisting is a, do you want me to do that one too right now?
Wait. No. I just need to know. It's running concurrent with the resisting. And what about the other case?
The obstruction of a highway has been submitted for a dismissal to Judge Rebels.
Is that going to be TIC?
No, it's been dismissed for insufficient evidence.
Oh, it's already been dismissed.
Yes.
Okay. So the only part of the plea bargain is the time, and it's to run concurrent with 739042.
Correct.
All right, Mr. Darling, is that the agreement?
It is, Judge.
Mr. Turner, is that what you agreed to, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mark, does Mr. Turner have a rational as well as factual understanding of the charge and the proceedings against him?
He does, Judge.
Has he been able to assist you in the preparation of any possible defenses?
Yes, sir.
In your opinion, is he legally competent to waive his rights and enter into this plea?
He is, Judge.
Mr. David Allen Turner, are you a citizen of the United States of America?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Turner, please tell me in 738915 how you pleaded the Class A misdemeanor offense of evading arrest or detention. Guilty, not guilty, or no contest.
No contest.
You understand, Mr. Turner, I can still find you guilty based upon that plea.
Yes, sir.
Has anybody forced you, threatened you, put you in fear, or promised you anything to make you plead, sir?
No, sir.
You're doing so freely and voluntarily.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Turner. I will accept your plea of no contest. Upon that plea, I find you guilty of evading arrest or detention, a Class A misdemeanor in this case. I assess punishment at $0 fine. The cost of court, 38 days in the Bear County Jail. The cost of court and the time will run concurrent. This case will run concurrent with 739042. I will give you credit for time served in this case, which means your judgment is satisfied by the time you've already served in this case. Mr. Turner, this is a plea bargain. You do not have a right to appeal. Mr. Turner, any questions about that case before we get to your next one?
No, sir.
All right, let's get to your other case, sir. This is cause number 739043. You are the Mr. David Allen Turner. Is it okay to proceed by videotape in this case as well, by video conference?
Yes, sir.
Oh, no. Hang on. Do I have the wrong one here?
It's 739-042.
I've got they gave me the paperwork on 4-3.
43 is the introduction.
Hang on,
Well
hang on.
done.
Let me see if I got any other paperwork on them. Oh, there is one. Yeah, for some reason they gave me paperwork on obstruction of the highway. All right, Mr. Turner, in clause number 739-042, sir, you are charged with the offense of resisting arrest, search, or transportation. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Turner, that is just like your last case, Class A misdemeanor. So it's punishable by up to a $4,000 fine and up to 1 year in the Bear County Jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Turner, you have the exact same rights in this case as you had in your last. That is to remain silent, confront the witnesses against you, and have a jury trial. However, sir, I have documentation in this case, just like the last one, telling me that you understand that you have these rights, but would like to give them up in this case as well, so that you can enter into a plea bargain in this case, like you did in the last. Mr. Turner, is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Then I will approve your waivers in this case, like I did in the last, and have them filed with the papers in this cause. Mr. Turner, evidently you do have a plea bargain in this case as well. You already know I don't have to follow it, but don't worry. I will let you withdraw your plea if I do not. Mr. Turner, listen up. The state of Texas here is going to tell us what the plea bargain is in this case. Let's make sure it is what you agreed to. Go ahead, state.
On 739-042, the resisting, $0 fine, court costs, 38 days in the Bear County Jail, credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent. We ask that this judgment be satisfied. This is to run concurrent with 738-915, which was the evading arrest.
All right, Mark, is that the agreement in this case?
It is, Judge.
All right, Mr. Turner, is that what you agreed to in this case?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Turner, I assume you're still an American citizen, so I ask you, sir, how do you plead to the Class A misdemeanor offense of resisting arrest, search, or transportation? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Mr. Turner, you understand I can still find you guilty based upon that plea.
Yes, sir.
Anybody force you, threaten you, put you in fear, or promise you anything to make you plead in this case, sir?
No, sir.
You're doing so freely and voluntarily.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Turner. I will accept your plea of no contest in this case. I find you guilty of resisting arrest, search, or transportation. Class A misdemeanor. I assess punishment at $0 fine, the cost of court 38 days in the Bear County Jail. The cost of court and the time will run concurrent. I will give you credit for time served. This case will run concurrent with 738-915. Your judgment in this case, like the last, is satisfied by the time you've already served. Mr. Turner, this is a plea bargain. You do not have a right to appeal. All right, Mr. Turner, do you have any questions, sir?
Sir, no, sir.
All right, you take care of yourself. Stay well, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome, Mark. Good seeing you, bro.
You too. Have a nice weekend.
You too. All right, are we ready on Soto?
I got
Angela, that's yours, right?
Jose Soto on the bench.
All right. That's an MTR, right?
Yeah. And
All
Judge,
right.
the new number 1 on this one is still pending, so I'd like to plea on either 2 or 14.
Is that okay with the state? All right,
Yes.
Mia, thank you. This is cause number 653340. State of Texas versus Jose Soto. Are you Jose Soto?
Yes, sir.
All right, good morning, sir. Could you raise your right hand for me? Raise your right hand. Thank you, sir. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Soto. You can lower your hand, sir. Mr. Soto, is it okay to do your motion to revoke hearing on video conference?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Soto, it looks like you were placed on regular probation for a period of 12 months on the 28th day of May, 2021 for the offense of assault, bodily injury, married. Does that sound right, sir?
Yes, sir.
State filed a motion to revoke your community supervision. You are aware of that, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do me a favor, sir. Listen up. The state's going to tell us what they think you did wrong. So you're going to have to tell me if it's true or not true. Go ahead, state.
Okay, condition number 14. On or about the 11th day of January 2022 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant, Jose Soto, did then and there fail to complete 48 hours of community service restitution in violation of condition number 14.
Mr. Soto, do you understand that allegation against you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Is it true or not true?
That's true.
Thank you, sir.
I
State,
did not-
okay, appreciate it. State, you gonna proceed on any others?
No, just that one.
Okay, the state's waiving the others. Mr. Soto, are you aware, sir, that based upon that one plea of true, I could revoke your community supervision in this case?
Yes, sir.
Anybody force you, threaten you, put you in fear, promise you anything, Mr. Soto, to make you plead true?
No, sir.
You're doing so freely and voluntarily.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I will accept his plea of true. Is there an agreement?
Yes, we'd like to revoke his probation, and the offer is a $0 fine, court costs, 5 days in the Bexar County Jail with credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent, and we ask that this judgment be satisfied.
All right, Angela, is that the agreement?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Soto, is that what you agreed to in this case?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hang on just a second. Let me catch up with you guys. All right then, Mr. Soto, I am going to find it is true you violated condition number 14 of your probation. At this time, I revoke your community supervision in 653340, and I reform your sentence to reflect 0 fine, the cost of court, 5 days in the Bexar County Jail. Cost of court, the time will run concurrent. I will give you credit for time served in this case, which means this case, your judgment is satisfied by the time you've already served. Mr. Soto, this was a revocation of probation. You do have limited rights to appeal that your lawyer could further advise you about. Mr. Soto, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, you take care of yourself. Stay well, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. All right. Debbie, is De Leon, is that one reset?
Yes, sir, that was reset.
So we're done with the docket. Thanks, Angela.
We're doing with the docket, and Attorney Benavides says she's gonna log on in 5 more minutes.
Hang on, Leonard. We're going to have to wait on the lawyer.
Oh,
I know.
Sorry.
I could have a CD.
Best intentions. We had it rocking too.
That might be her. Let me check. Yes. Okay, Judge, we're ready for the felony.
All right, hang, signing on dismissal.
Good morning, Judge.
Hey, Alma, how you doing?
Good, Judge. How are you?
Good. All right, we got Sean Dean. Is that who's first?
Yes.
Yes, right. Yes,
All right. All right, good morning, Mr. Dean. You're charged with theft of property with some previous convictions. Your bond's at $3,500. Margie, what can you tell me about Mr. Sean Dean?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Dean does have one felony offense. His information was verified. He has been in custody since October 29th. There are no conditions at this time. Location of arrest was 300 East Houston Street, which was a Walgreens.
Okay. Alma?
Judge, I only see one prior assault from 2008 that was dismissed, so I'm asking the court to consider a PR bond. And in the alternative, I would ask for the court to reduce his bond if a PR bond is not appropriate.
All right, Mia?
Just due to the amount of convictions he has, we would be opposed, but if you do give the PR bond, then I guess not to go back to the location of the arrest, the Walgreens.
300 East Houston, huh? Hang on, Mr. Dean. I'm going to give you a PR bond.
Oh, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Just let me fill out the paperwork for you, sir. Don't go back to that Walgreens, all right?
No, sir. Definitely won't.
All right, Mr. Dean. I okay to PR bond for you. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Take care of yourself.
Judge, do you want to excuse the CLO and the court reporter?
Oh my gosh, yes, I'm so sorry. Normally they speak up and they're like, within a minute, they're like, Judge, can I get out of here? They didn't say anything.
I held off today because yesterday.
Bye, Angeles. Hey, thanks for this morning. I appreciate you guys helping me out.
Thank
I
you
really
too. I
do.
hope you catch your flight. Well, I know you're going to catch your flight, but
I'll
have a
catch my
great weekend.
flight.
Don't
Yeah,
forget
thanks.